Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running to the left. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup, regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
He's got it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Carr. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown!
trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for space. It's Haynes. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's Klubnik. Finds his man. It's Brown. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Carr. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finding open areas. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the wideout. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Pauling. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
Notre Dame 7, Clemson 0.
First play of the period, first down here. They'll run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. Seizing an open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Tigers will hustle to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires downfield. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Carr. Here's the pressure. Snagged in the middle, it's Washington. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Fields. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Using his legs, it's Adams. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner will be brought down. First half of this drive comes from their own 44. Going right to work up top. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. He's got it along the sideline. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
That will not go on a training tape for kicks. Somehow, though, it got over the crossbar. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. He stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message they'll have to carry into halftime.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Start from their own 21. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Picks up the first down, still moving. Lots of running room. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Steps away to find some room. Blasted as he lets it go.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he had just enough to will that one home. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Finds a man in the middle. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Gonna run it. It's Love. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. That's caught. It's loud. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. Wide open spaces. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
I'm still processing it there.
To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout the season.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. To the ground, he's got it again. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
They want that clock to run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Give to the single back. Ernie on the jet. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Klubnik. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Here's a heat. Another incompletion situation on third down.
Normally, I would say, 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Notre Dame would love to just run this thing out. They'll leave it with the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the D.
The receiver on the jet sweep. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Can't get him to the ground. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, you saw it on that play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. And this to put them on top as we get close to closing time. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.